Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new live session of Customily, a very special live session. So as you keep joining us on the chat and on the room, we're going to just give you 1 more minute for everyone to get in and start with our special live session. In the meantime, let's play some music.
Yo, online store owners, listen up now. I'm about to drop some knowledge, show you how Customily, the best app in town. Let me tell you why, so you can wear the crown. Then you can wear the crown. Personalization is the name of the game. Give your customers that personalized fame. Customized products so unique and cool. Spread the word, don't be a fool. With Customily, the store will stand out. The possibilities, there's no doubt. From t-shirts to mugs and everything in between, your customers will feel like a dream.
Okay, thank you all for joining this new live session. We are going to get started right now. Thank you all for joining on the chat today and the special day. Those who don't know me, my name is Josema. I'm going to be your host today, but I'm not alone on the team. We have Cecilia and Ezequiel, our Customily Jedis, on the chat. They're going to be answering your questions, pitching some questions to the presentation, so we answer them live, and also are going to be joining, sharing links and useful information along the way. Be sure to comment along the way and ask questions, even though we are going to be having these particular sessions for today's agenda. We are going to meet our partner. We have a very special guest with us. We're going to talk to Martin from Printify. I'm going to introduce him right now, but we are going to learn a lot about this company and also learn how to connect Printify to Customily, how to create a personalized product using a Printify product and Customily. At the end, of course, we always have a Q&A time, so gather your questions for Martin and also for the Customily team. Whatever you see along the way, happy to read those questions and answer them along the way. So without any further delay, I'm going to introduce Martin. He is expert consultant at Printify, and he started out by working directly with the biggest merchants in the POD industry. He now shares that knowledge with anyone and everyone looking to find success as a POD entrepreneur. He currently hosts the web's most popular POD-related chat show, the Clicks to Riches show, and it's live on YouTube. Additionally, you can join him on Mondays and Wednesdays for his live Q&A sessions that are 100% free and open to anyone looking to maximize their potential as a POD business owner. So what a big presence we have right now in our live sessions. Martin, I hope you're in there. There you go.
There
Hello,
we
Martin.
go. Hello. Thank you for the introduction. Hello, everybody watching at home. It's a pleasure to be addressing you today, presenting you my Printify and how it can be of benefit to you and what it is you do here with your customized products. So thank you very, very much. Now, you folks probably are already familiar a little bit with how print on demand works, but for those of you that haven't, that are just starting out, let me just go over the basics here first before we dive into what it is we do here at Printify. So first of all, print on demand is like drop shipping, but it's like way better because you get to actually have an influence on the products by uploading your custom design. And it requires no upfront investment and without the need to keep stock. So it's perfect for people who love to operate their businesses from a laptop. So that is basically the starting point, and then we can build up from there.
I'll say, I mean,
all right,
no stock and no machines, right? Very important to any production process.
Exactly. So if you just want to follow along with me here, what we'll do is we'll start in the left-hand corner here. And in terms of how this all works, we'll start with your customer. Well, they are shopping on your online store. You'd be the branded store owners up there in the top left. They love what they see. They buy your product. That information is sent to us because you have integrated your store, your storefront, or your that is hosted on the e-commerce platform of your choice with us at Printify. That information comes to us. We print and ship that product using one of our 100+ vendors that you have pre-selected to fulfill those products. Those are then shipped out. They reach your customer, and then they love it. They want to buy more. They come back, rinse, repeat, and the process happens all over again. But how does Printify actually work? Well, first of all, you got to select a product. Now, you select a product from our catalog and choose a fulfillment partner based on your particular business needs to fulfill that. Then you use our recently redesigned and super easy to use product creator to add a design to that product. Then once you have it exactly how you want it, you simply publish that to your already connected sales channel, be that Etsy or Shopify or WooCommerce or what have you, and then it's up for sale and you're doing business. So very straightforward, very simple, but it's at the end of the day, you eliminate the costs and risks that are associated with having to run this type of business yourself. No warehousing costs. You don't have to buy the stock yourself and keep your fingers crossed that you actually sell it. And you don't have to hire a staff to package and ship everything. All of that is handled by us. So you can focus on what matters most, which is growing your business. And it's really the fastest way to test out new product ideas and see what's test out ideas, because you're not charged a dime until one of your customers purchases something from you. Printify is 100% easy to use. So say goodbye to all those risks associated with those upfront costs. And it's super, super environmentally friendly, which is very important today. And it's going to be important to your customers as well. And I'll get into that here in just a second. But we use 100% water-based inks, eco-friendly packaging, and largely we can have your products created and shipped as close to your customer's shipping address as possible. So the carbon footprint of that order is only as big as it has to be. And this is information that you as the business owner can use in your marketing materials or post it on your storefront to raise the perceived value of your product. Because if you raise the perceived value of what it is you're selling in your customer's mind, well, that's going to get them that much closer to converting into a paying customer. Okay. So don't keep it a secret that you are operating an environmentally friendly business.
Yeah, especially now, with SEO, searching for particular words that people are looking for right now, being featured by a company that actually has those sustainability standards is very important, and you have the support actually of that being true, right? Being Printify.
Exactly. Truer words have never been spoken. And again, folks, if this is a message you want to get out there, make sure your customers aren't going to miss it. You might have to hit them over the head with it. Okay. But again, it's all about raising that perceived value. And we do all this by giving you 4 promises, because after all, this is a partnership. First of all, you got to know that the quality of the product you are selling, because you never actually come in contact with it, is high enough is of high enough quality that your customers are going to be satisfied when they open that packaging at the other end. So we understand how important it is that you've given us the responsibility of upholding your company's reputation, and we go to great lengths to ensure that quality promise is upheld, whether it's through the product itself or the printing. And we do this at the lowest price possible, because again, this is a partnership. If we can't offer you what it is we do at a reasonable price so you can be as profitable as possible, this whole thing breaks down. Our success is your success. So we have a vested interest in making sure you can be as successful as possible. And unrivaled selection. Of course, we have like 900 some products, probably 1,000 products in our catalog by the time I finish this sentence, because we're adding new products all the time. And nobody beats us in terms of selection, whether it's, backpacks or hockey pucks or shower curtains or 50 different kinds of t-shirts, all kinds of different drinkware. Chances are, if your customers want to buy it, you can find it in the catalog. And then finally, global fast delivery, because these days, especially these days, everybody wants their stuff at the moment that they order it. So we have, and we've made great strides in this particular area in just the years that I've been involved with print on demand, in shortening the time from when your customer orders to when it arrives on their doorstep. But there's another side of that coin that's super important to talk about here, and that is, well, maybe that's not your priority. Well, we also offer you different options in terms of economical shipping. If maybe you want to offer a little bit more value to your customer, and shipping times aren't necessarily that important to you, or it's not part of the value proposition you're providing to your customers, well, we give you the freedom and flexibility to make that choice if that's what works for you. And that's really what Printify is all about. It's not fitting you into a one-size-fits-all solution, but giving you option after option to fully customize the experience, not only for you, but also the experience that you want to offer to your customers. So that's what really sets us apart from our competition. And this revolves around our Printify values. Now, every decision that we make is filtered through our 4 values here at the company, whether it's the customer is our compass, and that's you, making sure that you have everything you need to succeed, that we strive for excellence, with who the ultimate benefactor of that is you, because we're always looking for ways to eliminate the need to click here or get you from point A to point B a little bit faster. And if we can make those little incremental changes over time, well, that's going to add up to some real savings. And in this business, of course, time is money. And we learned it all because we're constantly looking for new ways to bring in the latest technology into the industry to your benefit. And then we play to win together, because again, if we work as a team and get the job done, then the ultimate benefactor is you out there, the business owner. And we support you at every step, whether that's providing you educational tools like videos. Now, please do yourselves a favor, go to our YouTube channel and check out the cool videos that we have. I mean, we're putting up new ones every week on any number of different subjects. And then there's our how-to guides. If you're just getting started, those are going to get you up and running super fast. And then the webinars and live Q&As that I am so gracious enough to be able to host, go into the live section of our YouTube page, and you'll find webinar after webinar that I've done over the years, where I sit down with industry insiders or successful merchants, and we explore and have long-form conversations about different topics, all with the ultimate goal of making sure that you're more knowledgeable and more profitable. But we've recently rebranded that, and Jose mentioned it at the top of the during my introduction, that we've rebranded our webinars into the Clicks to Riches show, which we're now bringing you like breaking news and the everything you need to know that's going on in the world of Printify and print on demand, all in an hour, with guests and prizes and giveaways. So, and we'll be which is currently on hiatus, but we'll be getting back to that in October. So keep your eye out for that. And then my live Q&A sessions that I do on Mondays and Wednesdays, with the exception of today, because I'm here with you folks.
You can consider one of them, right? Yeah.
But they're 100% free and open to everybody. You don't need to be a Printify merchant. It helps, but anybody is welcome. We can sit down and we can discuss anything that's going on, any roadblocks that you're having. Happy to provide happy to do whatever I can to remove those, at least as much as I can. Yeah, well, just know that you're welcome. There's no set agenda. Every Q&A session is different from the others, because I want to talk about the stuff that you want to talk about.
I wonder if that includes that particular tutorial in which you are cooking and then selling on Printify.
Yeah, you're referring to my role as Chef Richard, which is a recurring character that we have on Printify. That yes, you can see all my Chef Richard videos on there as well.
We have seen that, so yeah, couldn't help to mention that and recognize that.
All right, yeah, do yourselves another favor, folks. Check out my Chef Richard stuff on YouTube. But yeah, and then not to mention our blog, which is full of articles. I mean, however you prefer to learn, whether that's through videos or through reading articles, just know you can find it there. Plus services like product migration. If you're selling somewhere else and you got like a ton of products and you're like, oh, I'd love to do business with Printify, but it's going to take me hours and days to migrate all those products over. Well, we'll do that heavy lifting for you. And that's just one of the programs that we have. Bulk discounts and comprehensive onboarding, so get you up and running quickly. Dedicated success manager, which is the department that I came up in and was that I was able to build up from the beginning days here at Printify. And those are for our high volume merchants. You have a dedicated person of contact here at Printify that supports you and your business and is your go-to connection at Printify. But then if you click on that little green button on your Printify dashboard in the lower left-hand corner, anytime, day or night, 24/7, you can connect to a live agent, like a live merchant support agent, like a real person, not a robot. So whenever you're having an issue, just know that there's always someone around that can give you the help you need so that you can provide timely service to your customers.
It's a great feature to mention that, because it's actually one of Customily's philosophy to have someone always on the other side. I mean, not just like you're saying, the live sessions and the webinars, but also having the chat and having the ticket supports, someone on the other side, people that actually know their names and are dedicated. That's key, important. And I wanted to feel connected with that, because it's the same philosophy as we practice here. It's very important to have that, especially, I mean, some as big as Printify, to not having to resort to bots and keeping the agents there is fundamental, I believe.
I agree with you 100%. And that really comes across. Like, people can tell if they're speaking to a real person or to a robot, and just that sort of personal service makes them feel appreciated. So yeah, I'm very happy to hear that that's also something that you guys provide as well. And speaking of you guys, well, Printify integrates with the best solutions for your business. Okay. So however you want to run or operate your business, just know that Printify is right there to connect with the solutions that work best for you. And since we're here to talk about personalized products, now, in the context of print on demand, customer expectations align perfectly with the print on demand business model, because when somebody orders a personalized product, well, they know you don't have it sitting there on the shelf. So they understand and expect that they were going to have to wait a couple days for that to be shipped out, because it has to be created, it has to be printed, and things like that. So that aligns perfectly with what we're able to do here at Printify, where oftentimes an order will go through production in a day or two or what have you. Your customer knows that, well, that's just how it works, and it aligns with their expectations. So it's a perfect symbiotic relationship. And quite frankly, just in my time, in my 7 years that I've been working with Printify, I have seen the personalized product market just explode, and it shows no sign of slowing down. And this is one of the unique advantages that you have as a print-on-demand merchant against those big players, because you can offer this kind of premium extra service, and you can charge accordingly for it and be quite profitable at it. So there you go.
Yeah, I was trying to fit Customily into your initial schematics of how Printify works, and I think when you mention that you sign up to Printify, you pick the product, you upload a design, and you start selling. And when I learned about print on demand and I learned about Printify, I felt, okay, so I'm a frustrated designer and artist. So if I were to grab my doodles and to put them on a t-shirt, I could create a store out of that. And it will be personalized. It will be something that people cannot find on any local store, any big brand store, something unique, as you say. And having that produced just for you, it's amazing. Now, what happens is Customily goes to the design part and gives you like the extra level. Is okay, so you like this doodle that Josema made, but actually you can change the color, and you can put your name, and you can actually put the picture of your dog inside that doodle, and now this personalized product has gone into another level, because you're doing that live at the same time as Printify. I mean, Printify was going to be fulfilling that. And you started offering the doodle, but now with Customily, you can have your customers have their own version of the same doodle. And that's one level far away, connected perfectly, symbiotic, as you said, with the print-on-demand service. But going one level far away when it comes to the design itself. Now you don't have to create all things and offer them. You can create something that can have infinite combinations.
Exactly. And that's just how people want to shop these days. They want to have that sort of impact on what they buy. They want it to speak to them. And what better way to do that than by letting them operate the machinery themselves to create that product for themselves. So it's absolutely wonderful. So let me bring my portion of this discussion in for a landing. First of all, print on demand, no more warehousing costs. You'll never have to go into a warehouse ever again unless you really, really want to. Won't have to operate machines, won't have to hire a staff, and you'll never go out of stock again, which is super cool. You can leverage the power of our 100+ suppliers in our network, and that to make sure that your customers get what they want when they want it. And again, test and launch new products with absolute ease. Again, you're not going to be charged a dime unless somebody buys from you. So test out all 1,000 of our products if you like. Okay, it's not going to cost you anything but your time. And then here's another advantage that you have over the big players as a print-on-demand merchant is you can quickly respond to market trends. And what I mean by that is, let's say something happens in the cultural zeitgeist, like a politician says something stupid or something very individual or special is happening in the niche that you're targeting. You can create a design and have that published to a product, I mean, in like literally minutes, okay? And be out there selling that product while the cultural significance of that particular idea is still fresh in the public's mind, and get out there ahead of your competition, which is super, super crucial. So you can take advantage of all those sales as demand is going up all the way through the peak and all the way down. Okay. So it's all about how quickly you can get into the market. And that sort of flexibility just doesn't exist with the big guys.
And also with the products, I think it's possible, because you're seeing how t-shirts are trending, and somehow you get this public person showing up with a bandana, and now bandanas are trending, and you don't have to stock yourself up with bandanas. You don't have to do anything but actually pick them from the catalog just right away. So your ability to adjust to those market trends is on the design and at the same time on the product. I think so.
Exactly. So scale internationally without limits, sell with confidence, which is probably the most important thing, is that if you partner with Printify, you've got the confidence to run your business, because oftentimes you're coming out of pocket for, either you're using influencer marketing or paying for email marketing tools or buying Facebook or Google ads or something like that. Well, you want to know if you're coming out of pocket, that once those orders start coming in, that you're going to have satisfied customers. And that's the confidence we offer you. And all right, well, that's it for me, at least for this portion of the discussion. And there's so much I didn't even touch on, like about Printify Express and Printify Connect and all these things. But happy to address anything in particular during the Q&A session that we're going to have today a little bit later, or you can join me for my live Q&A sessions on Mondays and Wednesdays, whatever works for you. Okay, so thank you. I hand the microphone over to you, sir.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to have some questions. I do have questions that I write down, so I didn't want to interrupt you, but I do have some questions that I will pitch at the Q&A part. Well, thank you so much, Martin, for this introduction, for this presentation of Printify. Don't go away. You're going to be staying with the live session. You're going to help me build this quick product. We are not going to take much time of you today on the tutorial part, but I think it's nice that you see the interface of Customily and how easy it is to create something. So we, first of all, I'm going to quickly show you how you have to connect Printify with Customily. Right. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay, and take you to Customily, right? So this is the front end of Customily, right? And let's say we're about to create and publish a new product. So we go straight to the first of the three options we have on the starting menu. And if you just install the app, you will see Printify to be grayed out, meaning that you're not integrated with that POD. But it's super easy to integrate. You need to go to the settings, which is on the top center here. And on the 5 tabs, you see there's one called integrations, number 4. Here is where you can select all your PODs from all the integration list we have and pick the one you want. So when you pick, for example, Printify and you click enable integration, it's going to add it to your list and it will ask you for your API key, right? Also, it's going to ask you for the store itself, store name in case you have multiple stores in your account. How do we get the API key? So there's a help center article in Customily called How to Find the API Key of POD Providers. You can find this super fast on the Help Center, but to show you right now, if you are in your Printify account, you can just go to the account part, right? Account here and go to connections. Connections will get you here and will show you your API tokens. If you don't have any API tokens, you can generate one. But once you create it, it's going to bring you this. It's going to bring you this big element. And just I'm going to just generate a new one. So I'm going to call this the live session. For all scopes, this is very important. And generate token. It's going to bring you this big piece of information and alphanumeric code. You just copy to clipboard and you put it in the API key field in Customily. Once you do that, just save settings at the very end. It turns green, and that's it. You are now integrated with Printify. Printify will show in color in its known green color, and you can click here to start browsing through the catalog. Now, the Printify catalog in Customily has a lot of products that support API for the printing process. So basically, whenever you create a product using Customily, it will connect automatically to Printify over API, and whatever purchase you make with whichever order you make with this product, the print file will go straight to Printify automatically. That's the power of the automatic integration we have with them. So products in the catalog supporting that kind of fulfillment will be included in this catalog. As Martin mentioned, new products keep coming into the catalog, and at the same time, new products keep added to Customily. So whenever you don't find something that particularly you want to sell, maybe because it's too new, or maybe because it was recently turned into the API supported kind of products, just let us know over our support channels, and we're going to add it to the catalog, right? That's very important, so you know that this is built with the customers at the same time. And well, so far we have we have around plus 400 products available right now from the Printify catalog. So if we want to do something with create a product, we can do the following. We can just click on publish a new product, click on Printify. Let's say we're going to find bestseller. I think there's the unisex tea. So I think it was one of this. I was playing around with this. This one, the Jersey Short, is one of the ones I found. It was a bestseller, right? So I pick that product. It's going to show me all the providers from the Printify network. If I were to pick one, for example, SwiftPOD, it will bring up all the variants that this particular product for this particular supplier has available. And I'm going to create a product, so I want to pick a couple of colors, right? Pick a couple of sizes and pick which print area or print areas I'm going to be designing. And once I'm happy with this new product that I want to create on my store, I'm going to click next, and then I get to choose from a different sources my design. Remember, this is the point in which Customily intervenes, and the design you're about to put into the product is a customizable design by the end user. So you want to start with something, you can go and pick from our collection. We have over 300 designs of a lot of themes, a lot of occasions. I don't know, Martin, if you ever saw this and see all the available clip arts and designs we have. And the best part is this is all royalty free. So they are free to use, free to redesign and rearrange as you wish. And just by clicking on any of this, you will automatically get a product integrated with in your store, connected to Printify, in that particular unisex jersey shirt with this particular design, and the in the colors that you selected and the sizes you selected. That's really fast what we can do. But I wanted to, this is super fast, it's 2 clicks away, but I wanted to do like something extra today. We are getting into the aura of Halloween, right? So we trying to get ahead, say, oh, it's in October. Yeah, but actually it's just 2 months away, and you need to start trending now. You need to start doing ads, and you want to have people prepared for that. So, and playing around with designs is amazing because you can test out how some designs and some products are performing for this particular Halloween. So we decided to go for a design, and I do have in the presentation here an example. We are trying to do something like this. This design is like we are going to pick from our free pick account from stock pictures if you want. I mean, the sources are unlimited, even though, for example, Canva has a lot of assets that you can pick from. Just we wanted to have this cool font, spooky font, and then a couple of moons that are tainted in orange to get into the Halloween atmosphere. So, so we're going to create something like this. So very quickly, I'm jumping in again to my screen, sure, like that. So if I were to, I always recommend we check out the print dimensions of the product we wanted to use. Even though our design can be used across any product in the catalog, Printify catalog, the idea is that if you're aiming to t-shirts or aiming to canvases, try to get your design to be on the right proportion for easy adjustment by Customily. So if I were to go to the catalog, for example, and get into the bestsellers, and then I found here this one. One thing that Printify gives you, which is amazing, is the information to start designing. Right, so this at this point you are all familiar. You have your design, you have your Halloween design. You just drop it here, and that's it. You get the product, you get the previews, you get the mockups. That's amazing. But what if we need to actually get this? Well, we're going to get into that print area you see with the dotted line is a Customily product. It's a Customily design, which is interactive in the front end. So all I have to do is go to upload and check this, which is very important. 3,951 by 4,800 pixels in 300 dpi. By having that information, I know my proportions. I know how to shape up my design to be a perfect fit into the product later in Customily. So I always work out when I'm working with PODs and with Printify. I always check the specifications on their side first to know that what I'm doing in Customily is going to fit perfectly. So if I were to create this, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to Customily and I'm going to create a new design here, right? I'm going to create a new design. I can start from a Customily design and then break it into pieces or go scratch. So when I go scratch, basically I get into my design studio and I get to, well, start by naming this. I'm going to call this a live session. Spooky Moon, I want to call this. So my concept from the first time was always to have this moon and to have the dog and to have the name. Okay, great. So what are tools do we need from Customily? These right now you have available 8 tools that can be combined in infinite ways, more than we can cover today or in the almost 100 live sessions we have had so far. But I wanted to go super simple today. First of all, your canvas is always 1000 by 1000 millimeters. That's the basic shape, square shape to get started designing. It's comfortable, it's big, but if you want to be more precise and have your proportions comfortable on the canvas, just click on the resize button here and input in pixels exactly 3951 by 48. Just double checking. Yeah, perfect. And then 300 dpi, edit page. So now this is the this workspace is now proportionate. What do I need? I need a background of the moon. Actually, I have 2 images of the moon. So if I want them, if I have 2 images and I upload them at the same time on the same object, that becomes a choice for my customers. If I upload just 1 moon, basically that's the background. But if I upload 2 or more, those are choices. And that's the first thing that customers will be able to personalize, which moon image they want to use. So for that, I'm going to look for the dynamic image tool. Quick way to remembering this, you're wanting to add multiple images. So check out the icon that has 4 small pictures. That's the object that can hold as many images as you want, right? So you can upload the images here like the help says there. I'm going to click on upload images. And you see right now this, I had these originals and then I cropped them and I shaped them exactly in the proportion of the 3951 by 4800. So now I have the moon number 1 and the moon number 2. I'm going to select both of them and click open. It's going to put them all together here and give me 2 options, right? It's what it says here in the option visualizer. While I'm looking at number 2 and I can change to number 1. Course, and if I go to number 2 again, and if I go to number 3, technically I'm not going to see anything, but I can keep uploading if I want to add more. So this is my background. I can just pick on the corners and stretch it out, or I can go to something called fit to canvas, which is super fast, and that's it. Now I have my background. Second thing I want to do, I want to add the name of the pet. So I'm going to create a text box. This text box is, well, it's floating around here. I can shape it any way I want and add as many fonts as I want. It's the same as the dynamic image. If I go to the character section, I can, well, pick from a library full of fonts, or I can just select option number 1 for the font, option number 2, another font, and so on, right? I'm going to stick with 1, which was the, trying to remember the name. It's somewhere around here. All right, I'm going to find it anywhere. So I have a lot of fonts on. Sorry about that. Okay, so shoreline's not as much there. And I think it was the one. Now, close enough. Okay, so October Crow. That was one. It was easier. I don't know why I didn't remember. Okay, so right now, all I have to do is fine-tune the adjustments of this text. I want this to be super big, as big as the box. So maybe instead of 90 points, I will 900 points. It doesn't matter because it will stop when the box reaches a certain size, right? But now this is my current size, and I want this to change color, right? I want this to be, I'm going to close character, open color, and probably going to pick some dark orange. Yeah, that's amazing. So I can try this. I can try this. And Martin, what's the name of the dog or your pet?
My dog's name is Coco.
Like that?
There you go.
Okay, awesome. All right, so we're going to do a spooky. You can try this because you have the link of the test product. You can actually try this yourself with your own images. And this is pretty nice. We can actually have this in here. The only thing we may want to add is maybe an extra effect, maybe like a drop shadow or another level of depth for the text. A quick trick with this is duplicating this and creating like a clonal version, right? And this clonal version, we can change the color, maybe put something like the light one in here, and drag it down because these layers are exactly like any other design tool, right? And now we have a special effect in here, and the cool thing is because they are duplicates, they behave exactly the same. So we can go like this, and you see how they always change together. So I'm going to stay with Coco, and that's going to be our text right now. I don't want to go any complex, but I wanted to do some not a flat text at all, but something else. The final detail, we need an object to upload the image of the pet. For that, we have the image placeholder. Remember this because of the name. Placeholder is always empty and waiting for the customer to upload their picture, and also because it has one single box in here. This help will always show you like this, shopper's photo here, right? So now we know that in this box, we have our customers can upload their own images, and we can try, be the customer and actually try with an image. It's not going to stick. It's going to be just for testing. So I'm going to pick on this body here, and that's great. So I probably wanted this to go bigger and probably cover the entire moon. So I'm going to fit to the canvas, and that's it. I'm missing something here. Definitely I'm missing something, yeah. We need to play around with the image behaviors, because so when customers upload the image, we can actually have Customily do a lot of things to create the desired effect. The first thing we can actually do is fill the area. So we're going to always cover the entire box or not. That depends if you want this centered and not crop it out. And we can apply our brand new background remover from Customily. This will create an amazing effect in which you cut out the entire dog. Now, if you're a customer, you're going to be able to move this around, to size it and rotate and shape it any way you want. This is your freedom to modify the image. If you want to do it yourself in here in the testing area, you can double click and you will access like a different level in which you see the original image in here. And this is what customers will do. They will be able to move this, and it will always be constrained to the limits of the box like this. Okay, that's what we create. But what if we don't want this to be a rectangle? We want this to be the shape of the moon. So that's why we have the mask. The mask is it's a very simple concept. It's a black and white image, just like that. It's a JPEG or PNG image. So if I created these two moons, it's very easy in Photoshop, Photopea, or even in Canva to create a black circle, just like that. It's going to match the exact position and everything. This is the mask. If you put this, if you upload this as part of the image placeholder, what you're doing is you are constraining the uploaded image to just the black area. This can be any shape, any at all. I'm using a circle because of the moon, but it can be the shape of a heart, a leaf, a very complex black and white shape. Basically, that's what you do. You show the image only on the black areas. I'll double click this, and now you see how our friend here is cropped to the shape of the moon, or well, basically the mask. So I want to put this here, and that's great. We need to do some adjustments on the layers, right? So probably this image upload needs to go down like that, so Coco shows up front. And we can name this really quickly with the pencil. So this is going to be select moon background. If we name this as instructions for the customer, basically this will reflect on the front end and it will save us a lot of time. It's going to be upload your photo. And this is going to be, well, text is going to be type pet's name, right? And this is going to be the shadow for example, right? And that's it. That's your design. You don't have to do anything else but this. The upload your photo will cut the background, will shape it like the moon. The moon can change. You're going to have two choices. You can add more later, and the name will be editable, and the shadow will follow along. That's our design so far. Let's click on Save Design, and automatically Customily is creating the options for the customers to interact. Basically, it's creating the thumbnails to pick the moon color, is creating a button to upload the picture, and a text field to type the name of the pet. Automatically, based on what you designed, is crafting all those. And you can always modify that and improve that, but it's going to be here in the Edit Options button. This is working pretty much well. We're not going to do anything special. I want to show you how to create something with Customily and Printify so we can jump into the Q&A. Again, we are going to publish a new product. Pick Printify. We're going to pick the unisex jersey like this. Yep. And well, Swift Priority, and I'm going to pick some dark colors or any colors in here. Maybe you want to help me, Martin. I think asphalt is pretty dark. Black, of course.
Go for the most popular colors. Okay, that's going to be black. Okay, it's going to be white, but like black by like a long shot. It's like the #1 t-shirt color. And it's white. Then it's your sport grays, your charcoal grays, any shade of different shade of gray. Then it's navy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dark gray, yeah. Oh, navy, yeah, navy. Some
yeah,
yeah.
So
a lot of.
So if you go with,
yeah.
So if you go with those, then you're going with the with the winners.
Yeah. Yeah. In this case, we're looking for the darker ones, but yeah, navy is actually something really. I lost that. Okay. Just one more. Yeah. There you go. Navy, and right, maybe. Okay, True Royale. This is kind of or Team Navy. It's going to be called. Okay, so now we have 4 of them. You see, so 5. We have 5 colors. Yeah, 5 colors. Yeah. We're going to pick some sizes. Yeah, I don't know if this is too much, but yeah, let's go with 2XL. Yeah, and front printer. Yeah, but you see, depending on the provider, you can actually have the left sleeve, the right, the back also, and you can have them coexist. It's pretty straightforward. So now we're going to pick next, and we are going to pick not from the Customily collection, but from our designs, because we created a custom design. Probably on the last page, you're going to find this one, the Coco's Pokemon, and we click. That's it. Now you need to give Customily a couple of minutes to create the listing in your store, to create the API connection with Printify, create the template, which is going to be the design of the Spooky Moon on the print area of the Printify product, and the mockup at the same time. So that's going to go straight to the front end along with the options, and this will be the final product. It's an automated process. Everything gets saved in Customily, and you can modify that later, make adjustments, change the mockups, do whatever you want with this. It's all yours. The system is designed to simplify steps. And if you do everything right from the first time, when this process is finished, you can actually put a price on this and just publish and start selling. There's nothing else you need to do on the Customily side. Right, so this is the final revision. We can do a lot of things here to simplify the steps, or go straight to Shopify or Etsy or WooCommerce and change, for example, the prices and the name of the product. You can do it later. I think sometimes it's easier to just change it in here. So this is our final product. We see the moon, right? We can actually change this. This has been created. These swatches have been created by Customily. You can change them if you want to. Pet's name is going to be Coco, right? And we're going to upload a picture. And this is the picture, right? So it's processing the background remover. And that's it. We are experiencing what the customer is going to experience. just like that. And this could be our listing photo, for example, if we actually can do way better. But this is like a very straightforward, honest view of how the product is going to look. As you can see, when you change variants, Customily has picked all the picture colors, so the preview changes along with that. Nothing better than to see your design on the actual color you're purchasing. That's priceless. So we're going to save this as our listing photo. We're going to change this name to the live session Spooky Moon, just like that. And so we actually find this easier on the store. And well, let's just publish this. It doesn't have any price, but we're going to. My store is currently not selling. I'm missing a marketing director. Right. So this is the product. As you can see, the vendor is Printify. This is has the variants for the color and the size, has the main listing photo, and when I start interacting with these options, it's bringing exactly my design and my customization. Just like that. This is the front end right now. This is live. And I can get to see the preview. I can add to cart. I can share this customization so others can pull this up and make the purchase for us with all the same information. That's amazing. And if I go dark gray, I get that. I'm going to stay black because it's the most popular. And that's it. That's how you can quickly create a customizable product using Customily. I could have this moon and this title in Printify and start selling, but now we get to give the customers the chance to pick the moon, pick the name, upload the picture. It's a lot of customizable possibilities. Did you try it on your side?
That's absolutely wonderful. And if I could just add a quick little anecdote to pepper in a little something to your conversation here. Mm-hmm. When it comes to using design tools like these, from my experience in the past, I'm talking to people who are just getting started, and they're like, "Oh, I have no design skills. I'm kind of intimidated by the process." What's great about design tools like yours is that you just demonstrated how user-friendly it is. Okay. So to anybody out there who is, has a little trepidation as to, diving into, using tools like Canva or your design tool, it's really super easy. Give yourself a chance. And what I've found is that people who are at first intimidated by the process, by the time they get familiar with it, it becomes their favorite part of the business, because it stimulates that creative part of your mind that you may or may not use on a regular basis. Well, here's your opportunity to get some dopamine from stimulating that part of the mind. And it's super rewarding to just know that your designs are out there somewhere. Your design, like people are loving your designs. They're giving them as gifts, and it just adds to the satisfaction of being in business for yourself. So I just wanted to add that.
That's amazing. I mean, I'm totally agree with that. Is the like you said, I mean, it's you're going to start showing this part of the process of creating. Now, Customily, you need to understand, it's not a content creator. It's not an asset creator. It's not an editor like Photoshop or Canva. You need to support Customily with those tools. I mean, you need to create those images first and then just drop them in Customily. And the way you drop them is the way they're turned into options. So sometimes people will think that everything has been condensed in Customily, but actually it's I'm a self-taught person in pretty much every software that I use across my life. And what I have learned is that there's no perfect software that will have all that you need all together. Every single project you tackle will imply easily 4, maybe 5 different softwares. And that's great because each one will provide you the necessary tools for each step and each stage of your process. So you will definitely use Canva to craft all the assets. You will use definitely Customily to create all the designs. You will actually need to learn Printify to manage your orders and your you will have to learn your e-commerce platform, either Shopify, Etsy, WooCommerce, Amazon. You need to learn those things, and then you need to learn ads, and then you need to learn other apps to manage your accounts and your reviews and everything. So you see, your business is taking easily 5, maybe 6 different softwares, and knowing which role each software represents is fundamental, so you don't get frustrated, basically.
I agree. Yeah, and like when it comes to those softwares, there's oftentimes, like you said, many different options out there. So take advantage of those free and trial versions that they offer, and just find the one that speaks to you, that you just understand, that you just get. So check out what's out there. Have fun with the process. It's super fun, and if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Yeah, I mean, find a software that has characters like us.
Right.
Up front and telling you what to do and how to do it. That's
sure.
Yeah, but I mean, also having these instances is very important, so people understand, okay, so now I get the software, and this guy is showing me the software and it's telling me where should I stop and look for other softwares to complement this, so I don't get stuck. I mean, this is definitely important. You need to dive in. You need to take a bit of risk. It's not impossible, and we are all here to help. That's the most important part. About helping and about giving out deals and prices, we actually have a couple of announcements. We have 2 amazing deals for the attendees today. I'm going to start with the Customily deal. Okay, I'm going to explain this, and Martin, you're going to explain it as well. So for Printify users, we have a special deal. First 10 sellers that install with the link that is showing here, but also being pasted on the chat right now, those installations will get a training pack. And this is very important because you get a one-on-one with us. You get your first product created at no cost by us. So think about it very well. Meditate on that, because if you're thinking about, okay, I want to do something like I just saw on the presentation. I mean, this video is going to be live by the end of the day. You can follow the tutorial. You don't have to probably think about something that no one else has, that what you wanted, you imagined it could be possible, and have the one-on-one training to tell us what you want to do. We're going to figure it out. We have done so many crazy things that you cannot. We are pushing the boundaries of Customily all the time. We have people customizing glitter patches for sororities that combine patterns, glitters, and colors and stuff, and they jump up and down and have like 2,000 options. We have hat patches. We have I always say the same example, but it's because that's how far we go. We have tombstones being personalized by Customily. So everything is possible. Just take advantage of the training pack and pitch your idea. We're going to make it happen.
All right. And congratulations if you've made it this far, folks, whether you're watching live or on replay. Holiday season is just around the corner, and here is my gift to y'all. It's this code right in front of me here that you see on your screen, Printify. You can see what we're going for there, a little mashup of the 2 companies that are involved today. If you put this into the coupon section of your Printify account, you will instantly get 3 months of Printify Premium. Now, what is Printify Premium? That is our subscription service. It's a monthly subscription service that gives you, it normally costs you $29 a month, but with this, you get it for 3 months for free. And what that does is it gives you an instant 20% discount on every single product you fulfill through Printify. Okay. Now, and in addition to that, it also allows you to connect up to 10 stores, whereas with the standard account, you can connect only 5. And it also, and this is what I think is aside from the 20% discount, which is awesome, it allows you to take advantage of Printify Connect. Now, that allows you to basically outsource your customer service to our award-winning customer service team, okay? Basically, we white label your customer service. So when your customers have an issue, they're not reaching out to you, they're reaching out to us. And we handle that in a very professional way. So yeah, it's just one less thing you have to worry about. So that's super cool. That's available to premium merchants only. So yes, take advantage of it. It's for 3 months. It's for the first 100 of you that use this code. But just know if you're just starting, put this in so you're getting the best possible price on fulfillment from Printify right from the get-go, and give your business a shot in the arm right as you are starting out. And join me for my 100% free Q&A sessions on Mondays and Wednesdays, with the exception being this Wednesday, because again, I'm here with you folks. Okay, so starting next Monday, hope to see you there.
Here and giving stuff away. Free month is actually September, October, and November. So if you take this opportunity, you get the peak and you close November, and it's just the rest of the wave of Christmas, but you got it all using Printify Premium.
Well put. Yes, we got the busiest time, not just the busiest time, but the best time in the world, or the best time of the year to be a print-on-demand merchant. And I always divide the year this way in terms of print on demand. There's everything that happens from January until the end of September, and then you throw that rule book away that you've been playing with all year long, and because Q4 and the holiday season runs on completely different rules, because it's the everything from customer inquiries to order volumes, and everything is pushed to the limit. So it's just a completely different time of the year, but it's the best time because you'll be making sales left and right. Okay, there we go.
You need to survive it. Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck.
Martin, I wonder how much time you have for Q&A.
Well, I certainly don't want to leave any question unanswered. So let's see what we can do here.
We'll try to allocate like 20 minutes for
Sure.
that, because apparently we are crashing. you rattle everything, right? So I'm going to get started right away. What if we are already on Printify Premium? Can we still use the code?
Good question. I don't know. Put the code in, see if it works. Good luck. Give it to a friend. I don't. That's the best answer I'm able to give you on that. Put it in there, see what happens. Maybe it extends your Printify Premium another 3 months. I don't know, but good luck. I hope it works out.
So does Printify have discounts for high volume sellers, enterprise level discounts?
Well, we certainly love to have those conversations with high volume merchants. Now we like to put together custom deals, you know, the best deal we possibly can for you. But to do that, we have to sit down with you and learn more about what it is you do, how you do it, and what your business goals are. But the short answer is, well, yeah, but let's get you to the point where we can have that conversation first. How's that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's very fair, actually, right? Yeah. Angela wants to know if you can you list multiple items in one order via Customily for Printify? Example, can I sell a quantity of 5 items on one listing? Actually, that's a question for Customily, I think. Well, one thing is to sell 5 items of the same listing with different personalizations. That's something you can do. Like, okay, so you have one listing of a t-shirt, and you sell you have 5 different customizations, independent customizations. That's correct. Now, if you want to put on the single order, you want to put a t-shirt, a hoodie, crew neck, those right now that's not possible, basically because Printify needs to handle each listing individually. Right, if you bundle that, at the moment there's no way for the system to distinguish which product to actually fulfill. So I know there are some listings that have like one single design and you can flip it across different products. Those are currently not on the API support phase for now, but we're going to see that. It's very interesting that people ask that, because sometimes it's very important to feature a design and offer multiple different type of products, right? So basically what we're doing right now is, what you can do is just that product selector will be jumping from one listing to another without you even noticing that. So that's something that it could be possible on the merchant side. Right now, as an automated feature, is not available. Let me see what we have. Oh, okay. So there was a clarification there, like if you have 5 pair of socks with the same design. Actually, yes. I mean, maybe that wasn't clear. If you purchase 20 the same product, 20 in quantity 20, that's okay. I mean, if they have the same customization, is one single file for Printify. Printify just get the file and get the quantity and say, okay, so I need 20 versions of this, just 20 copies of this. Now, if you want 20 socks, each one with its own customization, that's something else you can also do, because you're always talking about the same listing. It's different when you need different type of products. It's like you want to bundle in one listing socks and I don't know, socks and t-shirts, something like that, right? So that would not be possible at the moment. Martin, I have a long question for you. Let me see if I can. You can follow with me. Currently, there is a limitation when integrating Printify with a customizing app. When there is an API order that contains a mix of standard items and personalized items, only the personalized items appear in the Printify order. This prevents merchants from enabling automatic order fulfillment because we have to check each order manually. Could you please pass this to the Printify developers? It will make our order fulfillment so much easier. Thanks.
Yeah, I'd be happy to pass that information on, but chances are we're already aware of it and working on it. But that's just when it comes to little things like that don't operate as you would like. It's sort of a fail-safe. Think of it like, okay, here's something interesting that we haven't provided a custom solution with. Well, it's available in your account for you to, double check and send to production yourself manually. I understand that that interrupts the flow of automatic fulfillment, which is one of the upsides of working with Printify. But things like that, where we're like, we don't know what to do with this, so it's kind of works in your favor for it to wait there for your own personal approval rather than us making that decision for you. Okay, because we never want to make those kind of business decisions for you. But happy to pass that feedback on. Thank you so much. This is how we improve. Like I said before, customer is our compass. You're our customer. But chances are we're already working on it. So fingers crossed that we get you that we can provide you the service that you're looking for sooner rather than later. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you for that. I mean, even I was happy with that answer. It's amazing. It is. I mean, it's always something to improve. Is there an entry-level plan for those of us new to Printify and low POD sales, so this can be cost-effective? And you did mention that there's no cost until you sell something, so maybe they're talking about margins.
They're talking about what now? I didn't catch that last word.
Margins. The cost of the product, for example. Maybe they're asking for that. I mean, because there's no plan to subscribe to Printify, correct?
Yeah, I mean, Printify by its very nature is very cost effective because, well, it's free to use. And again, we're not going to charge you anything unless somebody's actually buying something from you. Of course, you can order some samples if you like, but that's up to you. And I highly recommend, here's a little tip. I highly recommend that you order yourself some samples of the products that you are creating. One, it gives you a full understanding of what that end product is going to look like. And two, you can use those products for your marketing materials or, take your own photographs and things like that. And three, it helps you to understand the customer experience from, when they get their package, open it up, and that whole side of the business. Okay. So I just wanted to put that tip in there. But I mean, in terms of getting started, I mean, we provide you with all the information that you need, be it for the guides or the articles from our help center or our blog or our videos and things like that. All that's free. Go to my live Q&A sessions. Those are free too. Because again, we have a vested interest in making sure you can succeed. Okay. Plus, we also have what's called our Printify pop-up shop. Now, that is just a free storefront that anybody can use. That doesn't cost you any money. You don't even need a payment method on file to sell with our pop-up shop. Okay. Now you're not going to be able to integrate this fine tool Customily with that pop-up shop, but at the very least, that gives you that allows you to get familiar with the storefront process, with publishing products and things like that. And then once you're familiar with that, I mean, you don't even have to sell anything. You can just sort of just play around with it and get familiar with it. Then when it makes sense, you can go for a Shopify or a WooCommerce or an Etsy and connect Customily to it, and then boom, you're off and running. So in terms of getting started, well, it's not going to cost you anything except your time. So go for it.
So Q4 is coming up. Which Printify products do you think will be the most important in the next few months?
Okay. First of all, I love having this discussion. At Printify, I'm kind of known as the Q4 guy. So sure, let's talk products. First of all, the most popular products all year are still going to be popular during Q4. It's just that their sales levels and demand, their sales volume and demand levels are going to be super, super high. And those are going to be, you know, like your t-shirts, your sweatshirts, your hoodies, you know, scented candles and things like that. But a couple of the products that really spike during the holiday season is, of course, Christmas ornaments. Okay. Yeah. You're not going to sell a lot of Christmas ornaments in March, but you're probably going to sell a lot in November. And if you can add a layer of customization to that, well, then there you go. You're going to be setting yourself up to capture sales you wouldn't normally be able to capture. Okay. And also wrapping paper. Now, I've been saying for years that wrapping paper is primed for the customization market. If you can wrap Christmas gifts with wrapping paper or personalizable, it eliminates the need for cards. Everyone under the tree knows which gifts are theirs, and it's a way to add another layer of thoughtfulness to the gift giving season. Okay. And last year, I've been saying that for years, and then finally last year, my prediction was proven true as we saw those sales numbers have their best Q4 ever. Okay. But just think about what you can personalize, like mugs. You know, I mentioned scented candles before and things like that. Those are the kind of gifts that people give folks that they don't know what else to get them. Okay.
Just the paper, yeah. we do have
exactly.
a tutorial on that. I think the guys are going to put it on the chat. We made a specific tutorial of the wrapping paper with the floating heads, like is what we did today with the removed background. We cut out the heads, and so the person receiving the gift actually has the face all around, or the family symbol, signature, shield, those kind of things. It's like customizing the wrapping paper is actually pretty interesting. That tutorial was requested last year because of the high demand, and actually we use the Printify product.
Wonderful. And we've got like, I don't know, like 5, 10, 50, 1,000 different wrapping papers to choose from. Okay, so whatever works best for you. Then there's like blankets and things like that. But keep in mind who's buying during the Q4 season. It's not people buying for themselves. It's people buying for somebody else. So if you keep that in mind and look at what's available, then you're going to be able to make some connections and provide some products and a personalization service to the niche that you're focusing on. And again, position yourself to capture sales you wouldn't normally be positioned to capture. So there you go.
What's Printify Express? You mentioned that on the go. Maybe you can give like a some information about that.
Yes, I've got the poster on the back too. I don't know if you can read it, Printify Express, but yes, Printify, that is the fastest way to get a product from the moment your customer buys it in 2 business days to arrive on their doorstep. Now that's printing and shipping. Boom, they buy it. 2 business days later, they have it. Now that is, and it's only available on a few products, but lucky for you, they're the most popular products in all of print on demand. And how that works is, and the reason we're able to get it to them so fast is because, well, we have priority production for those particular orders, and we send that to the provider that is closest to your customer's shipping address. So if they're in California, Southern California, we send it to a Southern California print provider to have it fulfilled, rather than having it fulfilled in Florida and has to travel the country. So we get it there in 2 business days. And in the context of Q4, this is an excellent way for you to extend that selling window. Okay, because when it's Q4, you only have a limited amount of time to take advantage of that crazy season. It starts in the 2nd week of November and it ends towards the end of the 2nd week of November, because, well, things have to be printed and they have to be shipped and they have to get there in time to be put under the tree. With Printify Express, you can extend that window and put like 2 business days before Christmas. How about that? So how many more sales are you going to be able to capture using a service like that? I think it's a wonderful idea, and hopefully we can expand this program a little bit further by incorporating more products. But it's a Herculean effort in terms of logistics to get this done, but it's available for you to use on Printify.
And they can find information on the website.
Yeah. Just go to our help center. Just go to our help center, type in Printify Express. So we've got videos, we've got articles, you name it, however you choose to consume your knowledge, it's there for you.
I did have a question on my own, and now I get another one. So based on the providers worldwide, what would you say is the average delivery time? I mean, I was going to ask you that as a metric that you may have, and also someone asking about delivery times in Mexico.
Okay. Well, that really depends on the market that we're talking about. Like if we're speaking internationally and we're talking about like the UK, for instance, well, for instance, rather. Well, the UK is designed perfectly to deliver stuff because it has an excellent transportation system, and you can reach any part of the UK in like a day. So for the most part, like delivery times are like super good in the UK. If it's most of the facilities are centrally located, get on the highways, boom, and things are delivered super, super fast. Now, when we talk about a country like the United States, well, we have and the United States has an excellent logistical system as well. It's just that the distances are so vast. But you can use a service like Printify Express or Printify Choice, which also, Printify Choice, it just quickly is sort of eliminates the need to select a print provider of your own, and you sort of leave that choice up to us. Again, giving you the flexibility to do things how you want to do it. And that allows you for your products to be printed and shipped as close as possible to your customer's shipping address as well. But we make all this information available to you. Just go to our website, click on the shipping rates page. Not only will you find all the prices for shipping, but you'll find the estimated shipping times. But then again, if we're talking about the context of Q4, well, here is you have you go back to what I said about playing by different rules, because everything is pushed to the limits. And when it comes to delivery times, that's the one part of this business that we have the least amount of influence on. Once your order is handed over to UPS or United States Postal Service, DHL, whomever, okay, it's in their hands, and we all know what that can be like. But the good news is that in the last 5 years or so, we've seen a massive improvement on the shipping carriers in shipping times and delivery, especially around Q4, just because they've had to get better, because so many more people are shopping online, not only during the pandemic, but also in this post-pandemic era. So they had to improve their systems as well. And luckily they are up to the task for it. Okay. So there, and then if we're talking about Mexico, well, we have a couple of providers in Mexico, but they're like right over the border, because most everything is going to the United States. But like Monster Digital has a facility in Juarez. I think MWW has a Tijuana facility. But if you're asking about specific delivery times, you're going to have to go to our shipping rates page to discover that. But we don't have like Mexican specific delivery times. But just know that we do have a couple of options, print providers that print in Mexico. So if you're going to do business there, I would use like Monster Digital, which is one of my favorite print providers anyways. So there you go. But we're looking to have better coverage in Latin America over the in the very near future. So stay tuned for that. Okay. But good question.
Yeah, and around that same topic, so does Printify ship or each individual provider ships?
It's the provider themselves that ship, okay? Because they're the ones producing it in their facility, and they use whichever shipping company works best for their particular needs. Like maybe one provider uses UPS because they just have, they can get a better deal or they provide better service. So if you, for instance, just can't stand UPS or DHL or what have you, and you refuse to use their service, that's fine. You can find the information for whichever for the shipping carrier each print provider uses on that shipping rates page that I mentioned earlier. Simply choose a print provider option that provides you the kind that is going to provide your customers and yourself the kind of service that you want to provide, and you can go so granular as to shipping carrier as well.
Okay, well, thank you for that. Now we're still on the production thing. Someone is wondering if the production time will be longer if the product is customized. Is customized with Customily?
No, not at all. I mean, we look at a customized design the same as any other design. Just because it's customized doesn't mean it will take longer to go through. Yeah, it's the file.
Yeah. I mean, it's just the way it gets delivered to Printify, but at the end of the day, when you get it, and you just print it out. Yeah.
Yeah, simple as that.
Mm. Oh, they were asking if Printify integrates with Shopify.
Shopify? No. Perhaps we will in the future. But one thing that's interesting about and you demonstrated this earlier is that if you're using a platform or like you built your own website and you want to integrate that with Printify and we don't have a native integration, you can create a custom API integration with Printify. If you're tech savvy enough, don't ask me to help you because that's totally not my area. But yeah, even if you don't use a service that is natively integrated with Printify, you can connect with our custom API integration and get the job done that way.
Yeah, actually, you can still you can still fulfill with Printify, because at the end of the day, if you use Customily is the one connecting to Printify. So using 2.0 tools of Customily to create the product using Printify, I mean you'll definitely have an account on Printify, and you can still fulfill whatever you want. I don't know if you have any providers that will serve the China area, which is how Shopify has its big number of accounts. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, then basically whenever you get an order from Printify, it goes to from Customily, it goes to Printify, and the provider gets selected in there.
Sure. Yeah. We have a ton of Chinese providers. But I mean, at the end of the day, if you just wanted to create manual orders as they came in with Printify, there's certainly nothing stopping you from doing that either. Like if something comes in onto your sales channel that is not integrated, you just simply, if you have that product already created in Printify, simply just create a manual order, put in your customer's address, boom, it goes off, and there you go.
And it's the way we used to integrate at the very beginning when we started with Customily, but still something that works. Nothing has been replaced; it's just been improved. So in that case, yeah, you always get the print file on the Shopify order information. You just grab that file and fulfill with Printify at any point. So another question for you, Martin. Do you include any contact information from Printify when shipping, or is it completely white label?
It is white label. It is printed with your store information that you have on file with us. Printify's name does not appear on the packaging. So yeah, it looks like it's being sent directly from you. So that's how it works.
Okay. Well, in case you do have the Printify Premium, then they will have the contact because the store support comes from Printify. correct?
Sure. In that case, if you're using Printify Connect, that's also white label. I mean, the communications that are sent out, like a follow-up email is sent out saying, how do you like everything? Is everything okay? That's branded with your store information. Printify won't appear there. And when they're communicating with our agents, well, they won't necessarily know that it's Printify either. It'll appear as though it is that they're talking to you or one of your employees.
I'd like to answer one from for us. Is can you add a fixed text or only customizable text? So let's say the example we made with the Coco. Let's say that actually we want the like a quote and then the name. So it is possible to get fixed text. Sometimes you want to create a text using, for example, Canva with a nice font and then save it as an image. Okay, and you can put it in Customily as an image. But if you do a fixed text, the advantage is that you can change fonts and colors like any other custom text. So it's important that if you are, let's say you're customizing the, very simple, you're customizing a postcard and you have the deer, and then you have the custom name. So basically, the deer is or esteemed is a fixed text. It's something that basically what you do is you input an initial value for that text field, and then you hide the option. So that fixed value, that initial value, is there, and nobody can find the option to delete to modify that. So the text value is always there showing, but if you have another custom text and you want to change the font, you can change both texts at the same time. So that's very useful when you are changing the entire font of a document and you have some initial values that are fixed and some custom fields that are changing. They all change together, but it is possible. We have a lot of tutorials on that, so maybe we can send you an email later with some examples of live sessions in which we did that. And there are great examples to replicate, not just to watch. That's the great thing about live sessions. We're going to do the last one. What is the best file to upload to Customily? Well, that depends on what you want to offer, graphics or vectors. But basically, graphics would be PNG. That's what I recommend because they support transparency, which is very useful in customized products. For example, we did now with Martin, we did the dog, and the moon was on a transparent background. Was a PNG, so you don't actually get to see the white rectangle printed. I mean that's like the. I'm pretty sure it happens a lot, right, Martin? That you get the background, yeah, printed and you need to go back. Okay, so managing PNGs is the best advice I can give you. And if you are working with vectors, we support EPS, which many people are familiar with SVGs, but to be honest, EPS is one of the most used and compatible vector files that exist. So I recommend using EPS. And I think we are all there. There are many questions, and we are taking all those down. We don't want to take much more of time. There has been a lot of questions that have been answered on the chat. So my biggest congratulations to Cecilia, to Ezequiel. They have been typing and punching like crazy. They're going to take the day off, most likely. So. But this has been amazing. I wish we had one more hour together. If you don't mind, I'm going to just say a couple of words to the rest of the audience because it's very important that no questions are left unanswered. So whatever else comes up later when you're watching this video on YouTube, remember you can always reach out to our support channels. You can open a live chat on the app. And also join our Facebook communities, share your experience, help others, share tips, ask questions. We participate on the communities. There's a lot of customers engaging all the time in conversations. That's amazing. There's going to be a lot of chit-chatting about about today's live session, definitely. I'm going to announce what's coming next because it's all bundling together with what you said, Martin, Q4 special. That's what we need to start pushing now. We're going to be addressing some tips and tricks for the best-selling season of the year. You said it. We are putting it on the slide, and it's there, and we need to start making those small green rectangles you see there. So that's what's coming in on the next live session next Wednesday. We won't be able to attend. We're going to be on the same time live, Martin. Maybe we are going to say hello across live sessions. It's going to be an ongoing great relationship. Now that we know each other, we have shared stage together.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much for having me today, allowing me to address your audience and talk about Printify. I can talk about this stuff for hours, so thanks for cutting me off too. But yeah, thank you, folks. Give Printify a try. And I just want to say congratulations to all of you for being on the forefront of this whole personalization with print on demand experience, because it is really one of the best things you could do with your time if you're going to spend it being a print on demand merchant, because this market is growing, and being able to offer your customers this sort of level of end user customization, I think you're positioning yourself for success. So good for you.
Well, thank you, Martin, so much for your time. Thank you for sharing your experience, being so nice online, so participating, answering all the questions, and definitely we want to do this again. I know you have big things coming up on October. We are going to be mentioning this along the way. We're going to be together again. I'm pretty sure of that. So for now, this is all for today, but thank you again for being on board with this experience.
You bet, guys. Have a good one. See ya.
Okay, thank you all for joining us. We're going to see you next week on our next live session.